Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to another video. In today's video, we are going to be doing a XDefiant ability tier list. Now, if you don't know what XDefiant is, it is a free-to-play arena shooter similar to COD, but it's on Ubisoft. It's made by Ubisoft. It's made by ex-COD devs and ex-pro players. It's out right now. It's free to play. I've been enjoying it a lot. Season 1 starts July 2nd. I'm very excited for that. This video is just going to be going over all the abilities, passive, tactical, and even ultras in the game. So to start off, let's go from bottom to top this time. So from bottom to top, from very weak, I think we're gonna have to put, I really don't know if any of these belong in very weak. None of these are very weak, you know. The lowest we can go is actually situational here. And I would start by putting incendiary rounds there, only because there's definitely times where incendiary rounds gets me kills, but overall I'd rather have something else from this list than incendiary rounds. Another one that can be, I guess, like situational would probably be incendiator drone. One, because every time I used it, it was quite annoying to try to get kills with it. But also just like I'd rather be using something else on cleaner, you know. Like if I'm playing cleaner, I'd much rather use firebomb, because firebomb is so busted. The Aegis, the ultra Aegis, this is on the Phantoms. This is their alt, and it's a plasma shield combined with a scatter gun for close quarters combat. So essentially you just get a huge bubble around you, right? And if they walk in the bubble, you can essentially one-shot them, because that's what the gun does, right? Can the bubble be broken? Yes. Actually, if you focus the bubble, it's actually quite easy to break if you focus it. Overall, I do think Aegis is a great alt for zone controls, like zone control, occupy, and dom. It has great zoning capabilities. I will put this in great. Let's see. Sonar goggles. I played this the most at the beginning before I tried to unlock all the faction characters. I played Echelon the most. So I definitely might be a little biased towards it, but I do love it because if you have played Siege at all, if you played R6 Siege and you played Caveira on defense, it feels a lot like that, but better, because you can see through walls, you know. It reveals enemies and hunts them. Like it's really good. I really enjoy it. I think it's also great. I don't think it's very strong or broken at all. I think it's great. The Bayervita boost, which is on Libertad, it's one of their tactical abilities. I'll be honest, I just think this is good overall. I think it's like when you use it, it has like a little wave around you, so people around you that are around you in that moment will also get the healing. It's like passive healing, accelerated passive healing. But I'd rather be using El Remedio instead, honestly, because El Remedio is also on Libertad, but you kind of throw down like a little canister. It makes a little AoE on the ground, and it stays there for, I think, 20 something seconds, almost 30, very long, unless it gets destroyed, and heals because it just stays there. They don't need to be near you in the moment. You can just throw it out, and then like whoever's out there in the moment will get healing. So I think El Remedio is definitely better. I would probably put this in great or very strong, only because I've won so many gunfights with El Remedio. I've seen people complain about how good it is on Twitter. I think I'm going to put it in very strong. I think it's a very good ability. Passive. This is the passive. This is hardened. This is also on the Phantom, I believe. Health increased. I think it's 20 extra health. It's not overpowered. It's definitely better out of the ones you can have, you know. I think Intel suit, very strong. It's literally sonar goggles, but on a decreased cooldown. It's very good. I really hope. I think they might be nerfing it. I have no idea, but it is very good. Hijack. hack enemy deployed abilities and make them your own. So I unfortunately have not gotten to use this one that much. I don't really see it used too often either. I see it in scrims, in comp, in competitive. I see it used a little bit. So I think I'm gonna put that in situational because the average player is not gonna be running hijack. If you're playing DedSec, you're definitely running spider bot here, just because it is what it says. It's a spider bot that goes out, latches on your face, and then you're immobile. You can shoot it off. You have to like look straight down and shoot the ground essentially to shoot it off your face, but you're just immobile, and like that 1 extra second of you being immobile can make a difference with from life or death. So I definitely think spider bot is great. I might put it in very strong only because a full team of spider bots is awful to play against. So I think just one, it'll be in great, but if you have a whole team of these, it's in very strong. It is absurd. A passive trait, which is Fabricator, also on DedSec, which is what Spiderbot's on. This is after a device, so like any of your nades or proximity mines or whatever. After you throw it or use it, the Fabricator prints a new one. So essentially, your nade goes on a cooldown. I think this is great considering all the other classes only have the 1 nade per life. I think this is great. I do think this can have great use. I would put it in probably, I'd say I would put it in great because a lot of sticky, like if you run EMPs, Fabricator is really good because you just destroy all devices on the map. I don't see this used a lot in pubs though. Not in pubs. I don't see DedSec run often in like pubs. I feel like DedSec is more of a ranked faction, so I do think it's really good just in the right area. Firebomb, very strong. They need to take it out the game, honestly. But that's I'm being harsh on it because that's because I don't like cleaners. Firebomb is essentially, if you ever played BO3, it's grab spike, right? But it's not an alt. It's grab spike on a cooldown, a very short cooldown. It's like 25 seconds or something, and it's pretty much an instant free kill as long as you run up to someone, just throw it at your feet. Like, it's very free kill. It's always frustrating to play against. I despise anyone who actually plays against or actually plays this. I do not like them, I'll tell you that right now. Mag barrier, which is the other one on Phantom, the other tactical. I think this is good because it's a one-way shield. You can shoot through it, they cannot shoot you. It is easy to break, which is good, but again, this is like one of those things with Spiderbot where if you get an extra second or something ahead, like advantage, it's a make or break thing. So I think mag barrier is great to run. I honestly think blitz shield is situational. Actually, blitz shield might be the only one that goes into very weak because melees in this game are already a 2-hit no matter what. I think if you run a blitz shield, it would be annoying if it could 1-hit, but at the same time, it's like there's really nothing that makes blitz shield different from like just trying to run around and melee stuff anyway. I mean, sure, it's like you might be harder to hit, but people either EMP you or shoot your feet. It's not that great. It's honestly, actually, I think I'm going to keep it in very weak. I think being able for it to 1-hit, that might be a hot take. I think that would actually help blitz shield a lot for it being able to 1-hit. But we'll see. You know, these are my opinions. If you don't like them, I'm sorry, but that's what opinions are for. You don't have to like them. Low profile. This is your character does not appear on the opponent's minimap regardless of actions performed. On paper, it sounds great, right? It sounds amazing. However, after playing this game as much as I have, I don't really look at the minimap that much. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's a me thing. But I don't really look at the minimap that much. So I don't know if low profile is really worth having. I do think it's a good, like, if you are someone who abuses the minimap, playing against this probably sucks for you. But again, I don't use the minimap that much in this game. I don't know why, I just don't. So I definitely think it might have more use in competitive and ranked because there's only 4 people, so it might be easier to see. But I don't see that much use of it. I'm sorry. The Purifier Ultra, which is also on cleaners, I don't think it's strong. I do think it's pretty good. I think it's easy to die in because you can just get shot from far away, so you do need to be careful on how you use it. It does almost like one tick will kill you, a Purifier, I believe, unless you're in like an alt or something. It can kill through Libertad's alt, which is awesome. Niche uses, I do think it's good though. I think it's okay where it's at. I don't think it needs to get buffed or nerfed. The Lockout Ultra from DeadSec. This basically is just an EMP across the entire map. It's what an EMP nade is, but across the entire map. Makes no one can use any tactical alts. Any alts on the ground also get destroyed. Like any devices on the ground also get destroyed from it. It's very good in my opinion. I love it. I usually only get 1, maybe 2 if I'm fragging out a game. So I think it's definitely like you got to know when to use it type of thing. So I think that's good. I'm gonna put in great actually. The digital ghillie suit. It's almost like Halo's invis in Halo Infinite. If you make it any better, you're not going to see them at all. So I think it's fine. I honestly think it's fine where it is. If you make it any more clearer, and it takes you out when you shoot, so I think that's fine too. It's really just a normal ability. Medico Supremo, which is the ult for Libertad. Very good. I don't know if any of you have played Destiny at all. Destiny 2. If you have and you played with a Well of Radiance, that's what it is. It's just, it gives you, it's pretty much like the El Remedio, how you throw a little canister and it makes a little AoE on the ground. That's what this is, but bigger, and it doubles your health. So you get 200 health instead, and it heals faster. I think it's very good. You will, unless you're actually getting shot by 4 to 6 people at the same time, you will not die in that ult. I do think it lasts quite short, which is fine because of what it does, you know. I think the length on it's fine, but you will not die in this ult. I will say that. So if you're having trouble at all with living or surviving, definitely play Libertad and use El Remedio for sure. If you want to try to get high kill, low death games. And same thing with passive. This is just passive healing, quicker passive healing to you and nearby allies. Also very good, you know. I think overall, if the best faction in the game right now is probably Libertad, just because it's harder to die on that class and faction than any other class in the game, which I mean it's based around healing, you know, so I think that's fine. DeadSec with Spiderbot is also very good. And then probably if it was me, I'd probably say, I'm putting cleaners last because I hate cleaners. I hate fighting them. I hate playing it, but that's also because I'm a little biased. So I'm putting cleaners last on the list. So on the list, it's Libertad, DeadSec, Icalon, Phantom. I'm missing one, I think. If not, then cleaners last. But thank you guys. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe for more XDefiant content coming soon, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later.